Being alone isn't that bad. So people tell you. Being alone is fine. My name's Emile, and I want to share with you my change. The only thing worse than being alone is being alone with everyone around you. I was very, very alone. Tragedy struck my family, and I lost the person closest to me. My mother passed away, and after that, everything crashed around me a bit. It wasn't a very comfortable experience, and through it, I cut off all the people around me, and I built up fake faces to be able to interact with all of them. I was actually so alone that I had no one that I could call on if there was ever any trouble. And this started to affect me. It affected me so much that it became more than just being alone. It became an issue. It became something that was affecting my day-to-day abilities. I couldn't communicate with people. I couldn't enjoy myself. Nothing. And then one day, my friend, one of my very good friends, he came over to my house and he grabbed me by the scruff of my neck. He told me, "Look, today we're going to church." And I looked at him, I'm like, "Why would you take me to church?" Because church has never been a really positive thing in my mind. But this church, Zoey, was on a Wednesday, so when I got there, I expected neat dressed people. I expected old people with big beards telling you how you should live your life and how you should be. But what I got was a bunch of kids, all of them enjoying themselves, all of them having such a good time, singing, sitting, listening, so intent. And it completely blew me away, and all of the expectations that I had built up of a church were shattered, and I had to start over. But sitting there in those seats, I found it fun. I found it comfortable. Being with my friends, singing, the songs were really happy. So the songs you could sing along and you could enjoy yourself. Some of the songs were deeper, but you still had people to talk to while they were going on. And through that I was really enjoying myself, but it was still empty. It was still alone. Although my Wednesdays was now filled with fun and dancing and singing and shouting and letting it all out, it was still painful. I was still sore, still alone. Until one day, I decided, well, I've been here for quite a while. Why don't I just actually listen to what this guy in front is saying? And that changed everything. A change that was happening in me that no one else could see. No one else was part of this change. The world was the same. My friends were the same. I was turned 180. And with that, my world was shifted, and I didn't see things the same. I didn't enjoy things that I used to enjoy. And here I was at this church. I slowly started letting people into my heart. It took me the better part of a year before I trusted this small group. I think it was around 3 people. And with that, it opened up a world of possibilities. I had these feelings that I never felt before, and they were so real. They were so wholesome and so full of life and love that I didn't know where they were coming from. And the more I felt them, the more I grew closer to the Spirit. And the more I grew closer to the Spirit, the more I learned of God. And the more I learned of God, the happier I became. This change, it's phenomenal. Zoey Youth has changed my life. But it wasn't their fault. God was the one that came into my heart and broke down my walls, tore off my masks, and just ripped apart every shred of fakeness that had claimed my soul. And this change is a change that I would recommend to everyone.